What's up, guys? It's me again, and I'm back again with another video. So I'm gonna tell you today about my half a marathon and how it felt and how I did it. So earlier this month, was it this month? Yes, earlier this month I ran 22 k's, which equates to I don't know how many miles because we don't use miles where I'm from. We use kilometers. So I ran 22 kilometers in around an hour 30 minutes, and the only evidence I have of this is the screenshot of my time because I couldn't really take videos while doing the 22 kilometers. But the way I did it basically was through no training at all. Like literally, that was my second time running throughout the year. My first time running a long distance, I ran about 11 k's, and that was when I was running through to the gym. So how did I manage to do such a feat with literal training? Well, basically, I'd like to say genetics, but it's not really genetics. I think it's just my body. Maybe it is genetics. I think it's just my body, really, because I did a lot of sports in high school. I wasn't particularly good at them, but then the sports just conditioned you to be fit. And right now, I don't work out. I don't exercise consistently anymore. I barely, it's been a while since I last exercised. And when I did run my 22 Ks, it had been a while since I last exercised. Um, I don't do any cardio, I don't do any of that. But what I do is I keep an active lifestyle. Like I have an active job, like I coach sports at my work. That's just part of the job, okay? That's not my main work. We'll talk about that later. But then I coach sports as part of my work. So when you coach sports, you're obviously going to do a bit of running there. So maybe that's where I got the fitness from. I don't know. But what I do know is I didn't intentionally like go ahead and say I'm gonna train for this 22 Ks. I didn't actually train for it. I just did it without training. Um, how will this help you? Well, it'll help you in that like if you think there is something that you want to do, a feat you want to achieve, and you haven't had much practice, you can accomplish it even if you didn't train much. Some of these things is just limitations of the mind. What exactly happened was I just woke up one morning and I was like, I want to really run 22 Ks. I actually wanted to just run 20 Ks, but then I just decided to run 22 Ks instead. And I did it and I felt really proud of myself. But then I ended up paying a price for it because my hips hurt for like a week or two, and that kind of made me feel so bad. But I want to do it again. I want to run 30 Ks this time, but this time I will train not by running, but I will train by just strengthening my legs, because really I feel like gym is the only solution to running better. So that's the story of how I ran 22 Ks without training. Oh, also another thing is the hardest part of the race wasn't exactly the first 17, 18 Ks. The hardest part of the race were the last 2 Ks, actually, because running 20 Ks was fairly easy, to be honest with you. Um, Running 20 Ks was not hard at all, and I enjoyed it. But then when it got to the final 2 Ks, that's when I started suffering. Like my legs were really heavy. My palms were sweaty, knees weak, arms were heavy. Anyway, so my legs were really like sore, and it felt like I was struggling to move them. It felt like I was barely moving them. But then, I just remembered David Goggins' advice that like when you're in the pit, you can go 7 times over. Okay, the rule of seven. Like when you feel like you're done, when you feel like you're tired, you can go 7 times over. And you know what happened was that what David Goggins said actually became true, because when I was there struggling with like the final 2 Ks, my brain was telling me, "Oh my gosh, you gotta stop!" Oh no, no. But then, like at a certain point, my brain just went quiet. It was just like focused on the 2 Ks, on the remaining 2 Ks. I just saw that this guy is not giving up. We better just finish it off. So then my brain just started going like what David Goggins says. So yeah, that was a very important part of my race, well, my run. So sometime in November, around the 15th, I'm gonna sacrifice my legs again and run 30 Ks this time. And this is gonna be a big challenge. I'm I'm gonna make sure my legs are strong enough to last the 30 Ks. And I'll probably run with music this time, because the when I ran 22 Ks I didn't have music. The only music was the sound of the cars passing by. But yeah, this time I might have a bit of music or something, but I will definitely record more, and I might post a video on YouTube. I don't know, who knows? Or maybe I'll just post a screenshot that like I did the 30 Ks. Hooray. But anyway, yeah, wish me luck in the preparation for the 30 Ks. 22 Ks, done. Basically, I'm just trying to say I'm built different.